What do you do right before you start working? Like either when you start the day or when you get back to the computer and start working on a project again, whether it's a writing project, you're planning something, you are organizing something, you're reaching out to someone. Um, is there something you've noticed that you've done regularly, especially when working on a project that's difficult? Um, I invite you to pay attention to what that micro routine is just before you start working on a project. So, for example, some people might, go to their computer, they check their Facebook right first, or they check their email first, or they check something else first, and procrastinate as long as possible before starting to work on their project. And then when they start working on their project, they then they sigh that, oh, I gotta work, or they make some kind of unpleasant noise, and then their body language kind of, they slump their shoulders, and they know I have to work on this, and their facial expression is. Those are micro routines that are signaling to your brain whether this is a project that you can give your best to, or whether it's something you just have to get through. And so you might try this micro routine I'm going to share with you and customize it for yourself. But when you get back to the computer and you're going to be working on a project again, try doing some breathing, saying a mantra, an inspirational saying, and then, so let me share with you. So when I get back to the computer, I before I start working, I'll bring a gentle smile to my face. Sometimes I'll actually hold my heart and envision that I am being supported by what I call the loving ground of all being. The loving ground of all being. I imagine myself being supported. It's kind of strange. I kind of imagine this like bright floor, like golden floor that expands through from behind me to eternity, in front of me to eternity, all around, and it's full of intelligence and love, and being supported by that. All of us are. And then I breathe in love, and I breathe out something like either diligence or play, experimentation, or simply experience. Because my philosophy is that our life is not about achieving things, achieving goals and milestones and making sure our projects are successful. Our life, yes, it can be about those things, but our life is more about experience and growth. And can we bring our love and our wisdom to the present experience? So I do that breathing, and then I will, of course, remind myself of some universal truth, like it's about experimentation and play and learning. That's more important, and so I'll remind myself of that. And then the latest thing I've been starting to do, which has an interesting effect on me, is that I will first take a step back from my computer, and as I step towards my computer, because I work on a standing desk, for you it might be sitting down, but as you situate yourself at the computer, either you step forward into your computer, towards your computer, or you sit down at the computer, imagine yourself stepping into service, stepping into something that is inspirational for you, either stepping into service or stepping into experimentation or stepping into play. Does that make sense? So you're physically getting that experience of stepping into that mode of being. So again, watch your micro routines when you're starting a project or continuing a project, when you're doing work, and let yourself design it better and practice that so you can bring more joy and wisdom and resilience to your work.